Even if he hates you, you're doing this for Kurt and Lisey's sake.
Mama?
Mama? Daughter? Papa?
You know very well that you and Kurt are not that little girl's parents, Yuli.
So Kurt has a daughter now? What? Okay. This episode, I'm trying to get a good feel for, did I like the episode? Did I not like the episode? And I think I'm gonna lean towards I did like this episode. One of the things I really enjoyed, and I actually had a really good laugh, is when Kurt was trying to retain his now new daughter, right? The new daughter came out of an egg. We won't even touch on that. She came out of an egg somehow, some way. It ended up happening, okay? So that's all good. That's all cool. Now, the daughter went through a mama phase. So she got handed through to Elisha, and she called her mama, and immediately Elisha saw her whole future. Wedding bells, Kurt and her together, the baby as the baby, and she saw everything. During that point, Lisa Lote is like, oh no, homegirl, I know what you're thinking. Like, don't you even dare. And Elisha's like, yo, am I that easy to read? And Lisa Lote then grabs her and has her same moment. You know, she calls her mama. She's like, oh my God, this is it. This is it. Me and Kurt forever, forever. Then she gets passed to, I forget what the red hair girl name is. And she's like, big sis. And she's like, oh my God. So that whole, I don't even know, 30-second scene or whatever made the episode like really, really, really good. So I really enjoyed that scene quite a bit. I also enjoyed that we got some, I guess you could say like low key, like a glimpse into the future, like a prediction into the future. Kurt and Elisha get stopped. Is it Elisha? Yeah, they get stopped and like, oh, only you can stop the Demon King. And Kurt's like, I will. You know, no problem. But in the beginning of the episode, we finally got a glimpse of him as a kid. Annoying ass kid, by the way. Like, super annoying. I was like, oh, I want to kick that kid inside of a Kmart. Annoying kid. But we got a glimpse of him as a kid. And we got a glimpse of this girl named Hildegard, who is a purple-haired, horned girl, which took poison, and mouth-to-mouth, you know, first kiss, Kurt saved her. I have my money on either that Hildegard girl is now the Demon Lord, and or that girl is the daughter of the Demon Lord, which is going to mean that Kurt has ties to the Demon Lord, because I bet that Hildegard girl loves Kurt. And I bet like that was the moment she was like, I'm going to marry that boy, you know, whatever. I don't care what Papa says, blah, 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 blah. I could put money. I'll put my best bottom dollar on that. That's the next like plot line is this Hildegard girl also joins Kurt's, you know, harem of girls, you know, but I bet that she is either the Demon Lord, which makes sense as to why, you know, even though that the egg girl was born and she's a quote unquote potentially a monster, Kurt's like, but she hasn't done anything evil. Like, you can't say something is evil or bad if they haven't shown you that it's true, which I agree with that. Like, that's how you would imagine a world of multiple different, you know, races. That's how you would get racism in that kind of world, is you have prejudices against elf people or, you know, demon folks or beast folks, or, you know, the multitude of different variety of races a world could potentially have. That's where a lot of racism would stem from, is a bunch of prejudices. So that's the same theme Elisha made here is, okay, she's a monster. Maybe she is a shape-shifting monster or something. But like, you can't say that this baby is evil just because they're of a certain monster type or race or whatever. So Kurt already has that established thinking, and his village maybe did too, because if Hildegard was there, which is a demon, I don't know if she's the demon, then that means that his village had ties to the demons, which means that they also didn't have that prejudice that quote-unquote humans would. But it sounds like the demons have prejudices towards this village because they're like, oh, we gotta stay away from you. You people are crazy. You're very unique. basically like a Konosuba type thing where, you know, the demon folk are like they're wild, like they're out there. So I thought that was just a very interesting thing and a glimpse of, you know, a grander scale of things. Also, this episode established that Kurt's being given the job of a viceroy or a viscount, a viceroy, something like that. So he's basically being made into being, you know, without even logging in his first hour of what do you call it? Of Atelier, he's already logged, like he's like, you know, he's up there already, which I think is really cool. So yeah, I think I enjoyed this episode for the most part. You know, I think that it was over pretty quickly. But I think the good definitely outweighed any of the negatives. And I don't really think I had that many negatives this episode. Just that really like a lot, but nothing happened at the same time, which I kind of feel like that's kind of sums up the whole anime, to be real. But in comparison, you know, this was episode number 7. Top 3 episode of the season so far. The season, I think episode 1 was really good, you know. So I think top 3 episodes this season so far. So yeah, 7 out of 10. I think it's pretty solid. I think the show operates at like a 5 or 6 out of 10 at best. So 7 out of 10 is really, really good. So yeah, I think this was a really good episode. I'll log it as that. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week for episode number 8. And I will continue to we'll hope that it continues this goodness that it has, and the Demon Lord stuff ends up being really interesting. All right, friends, I'll see you guys then. Peace.